I'm having trouble trying to sleep.
Yeah, that'd be the truth. I'm having trouble sleeping too.
I'm counting sheep but running out. As time ticks by,
Tick-tock.
still I try. No rest for cross-chops in my mind. On my own, here we go.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and here we go. This is another live and in living color edition of the experience known as the Unleashed Radio Hour. I am your host, Ron Klinger. And look, I'm just going to give you the early alert, the old little red whistle making his appearance here early on the show. Why? Yeah, we're going to talk a little sports today, but we're going to talk about it through the lens of helping you unleash your business. Yeah, how am I going to do that? How's that going to happen? Well, guess what? You're going to have to come back and listen in. But I'm going to tell you this. If you are a business owner, if you are a HR professional out there, if you're someone that runs a business, if you're someone that's leading others, my question to you is very simple. How deep is your team's bench? Do you have enough depth on that bench? And there's a little on Wisconsin. Why? Because we're lifting up Mr. J.J. Watt here in H-Town, undergoing some surgery today last we looked, so on Wisconsin to a healthy recovery to get him back after his injury last night. Hey, look, come back. We're going to talk about, building your team, your bench depth, right after these messages.
Have you been affected by the Harvey flooding? Does your silver, brass, bronze, or any metal need to be restored? Colonial Brass repairs, restores, and refinishes brass, bronze, copper, silver, and nickel. Colonial Brass offers polishing, restoration, and repairs for all metals. Let them know that you were affected by the flooding and they'll give you a Harvey discount. They also repair bronze statues and figurines. If it sat underwater, Colonial Brass can bring it back from the trash. Don't throw it, restore it. ColonialBrass.net. Or call 713-784-7765. Colonial Brass.
Hey, this is Mark Conley from Lone Star Money Resource on MoneyResourceMedia.com. Thursdays at 1 p.m. We here at Wealth Design Group are inviting you to attend our awesome, engaging coaching event where we're going to be discussing the ghouls of investing, who and what to avoid this Halloween season. It's going to be bloody. It's on October 26th at 6:30 p.m. over by City Center. For info or to RSVP, call 281-220-2713. Securities products and advisory services offered through Park Avenue Securities, a member of FINRA SIPC.
This is Business 1110.
Yeah, we hope your team's too legit to quit because you've been good about building that bench depth where you're out there, your business can be successful because you got the right team on the bus and you got the right people on the right seats on the bus. Hey, listen, you dialed in here today. We're streaming live out on Facebook. This is the experience known as the Unleashed Radio Hour, and I'm your host, Ron Klinger. Look, I want to get into you out there. I'd love to engage you in today's conversation. Dial in 713-785-1817. That telephone number to get in this conversation today, 713-785-1817. You can also holler along on the text line. Well, no, you can't because it ain't getting up and running. For some reason, the site is down. Oh, no, it's up. 281-892-1972. You can give me a text straight here in the studio, 281-892-1972. Hey, now look, here's where we're going to take this today, and I just gotta put it out there. I was at the Texans game last night. Yes, I was. I was celebrating my birthday, but unfortunately, we didn't bring home a W. Unfortunately, what we wound up doing is we actually lost two of our star defensive players. Both J.J. Watt and Whitney Merciless, man, out, O to the U to the T, out of the game. And as we have learned here now, out for the remainder of this 2017 campaign and season. Which leads me down the path. Who's going to take their place? Who's going to fill the gap in that defense for the Houston Texans? I mean, I don't know who it's going to be. And you're like, Ron, why are we talking sports? This is not a sports station. Well, you are absolutely correct. But guess what? There are so many analogies to having a successful business and running a successful business that I can't ignore the obvious. So we're going to dig into that. We're going to dial in. You want to get into today's conversation, feel free to do so. Love to have you on board here. Love to have you connected. Love to have you be a part of what is going on here with the show. Dial in 713-785-1817. Again, that telephone number, 713-785-1817. Now, why am I getting into this team's conversation? Because while I was at that game last night, and when J.J. Watt went down on the field, the entire arena, NRG Stadium, it was this lull, and then it was this, oh no, it's J.J. And this just gasp of air and silence when they were attending to his injury. Oh, guess what? The New York Giants lost not one, not two, not three, but if I watched the sports channels correctly this morning, 4 wide receivers, of which one, Odell Beckham Jr., who all the kids love to imitate with the one-handed catches, broke his ankle yesterday. So why? So you losing talent. I don't care that it's professional baseball, football, basketball. It's out there at the forefront for what we see, and it makes you think, okay, who steps up? Where's that person coming from? Who has the skills, the abilities to do the job that needs to be done? Because let's just face it, ladies and gentlemen, professional athletes on every level, men, women alike, professional athletes are paid to do a job, and they're using their unique gifts, talents, and strengths to perform on the field of play or on the court or wherever it might be in the pool. I don't know. But I do know this. When you lose an all-star team member, when you lose Pro Bowl quality team members, it's going to hurt. It's going to impact your ability to be successful. All you got to do is look, we're in the thralls of the hunt for October. No, not the hunt for Red October. That's a whole entirely different thing. But we're in the hunt for October. What are we doing? We are chasing the World Series. We're chasing the pennants in Major League Baseball. If you don't think that bench depth in the bullpen matters for every team playing in the major leagues right now, you are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs crazy. Because if somebody comes out, boom, and next thing you know, we can't get hit. We can't get people out because our pitchers can't pitch. You may have the top 2 starters in all of Major League Baseball, but if there's no depth behind them on their bench, what you going to do? So I'm going to pause temporarily, and I want to go back slightly before we take this conversation forward. And I want to ask this. If you're out there and you're running your business, if you're out there or you're thinking about running a business and you're wanting to get started, or if you are an HR manager or a leader, whatever the case might be, whatever role you play in your organization, you could be a manager and leader of others. I ask you this. Can you define what winning looks like in your organization? Can you define what winning looks like in your organization? Now, I say that because, again, it's real easy to draw the analogy and the connection to the sports world. We've got scoreboards. And the Kansas City Chiefs fan behind me 2 rows last night was constantly reminding me, oh, wait a minute, I'm not sure I've got my contacts in. Can you see the scoreboard for me? I can't see the score. He tried to get friendly, and I didn't take any liking to that. No, I did not. But I will tell you this. He was right. The scoreboard tells the story. So when we start talking about the sports analogies and we start talking about in your organization, whether it's an educational organization or entity, whether it is a small business, big business, I don't care. How does your organization, how do you on your team define winning? Now, I say that as the catalyst for the rest of our entire conversation on the show here today. I say that is if you can't define winning, well, who are you going to bring on your team? Where do you need talent? Where do you need the individuals to help you achieve and accomplish? Oh, wait a minute. That's right. We haven't defined the mark. We haven't defined what hashtag, taken from Charlie Sheen, hashtag winning actually looks like. And so I start there today because in sports, it's very easy. Win games and win championships. And heaven forbid, even in youth sports, that's all that really matters today anyway. Forget about the kids having fun. Forget about the kids learning life skills. No, everybody. Right? And actually, I don't believe what I just articulated, but our society has made that be the uttermost important. Where, hashtag winning rules. We can break the rules. We can do what we want, but as long as if we're winning, woo! Oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm fumbling my whistle. Hey, it's all good. No, it's not. It's called integrity. Does your business operate with integrity? So I bring this up to say this. Can you define winning? Because if you can't define winning, how do you know if it's taking place? And if you can't define winning, how do you manage it to ensure that you are hashtag winning? And here's where I'm going to connect the dots rapidly to what you need to do in order to build your business. I go back to this. Let's go to the defense of the Houston Texans. Last year, J.J. Watt went out for the rest of the season early on, right? They played without. And yet they were still the number one ranked defense in the NFL. Okay, great. Hashtag winning. They have the stats. The Texans' defense performed better than every other defense in the NFL. The other 31 teams, because there's 32 teams in the NFL. Great. The stats were there. You could manage it. Turnovers. Well, they didn't really do great in that area, but boy, howdy, they didn't allow the other teams to rush. Right? Rushing yardages was an all-time low. Okay, so there's a statistic that says, okay, we're winning that part of the game. So I come back into your business. Is your business winning? Are you winning in your organization? And how have you defined that? And if you're not winning, is it because you may not have enough depth on your team? How deep does your bench run? And you may not have the right people on your team. So I go back to where I started again. I'm going to keep taking that train right back, toot toot, right back to the station. How do you define winning in your organization? How do you define winning? Because once you define it, then you can measure it. And when you can measure it, then you can manage it. And if you don't do the first step of defining what it looks like, forget about the rest. Forget about the rest because you don't have any metrics to back up what you may perceive or believe to be true about the success or the lack thereof of your organization, other than, and I get it, the bottom line. Okay, I get it. I do. I really do. The bottom line. Just like winning in professional sports is the bottom line. There's other subplots that get into winning. So again, this is why talent in your organization matters. And here's the scary part, that I don't possess a crystal ball, but here's what I'm going to say about talent, and here's what I'm going to say about your business. Here's what I'm going to say about the ability to hashtag win going forward. Companies and organizations that have the right people on the team, on the bus, in the right seats on the bus, will always outperform those that do not. And what's going to wind up happening, and again, I don't have a crystal ball, but I've seen it. I see it coming. Toot, toot, coming down the road. Look out. Coming around the bend. It's going to be free agency. Open market. And it's already started to happen. Ask employers who are trying to fill highly skilled, highly technical positions that are out there and tell me that they aren't willing, if they get someone that will fit what they're willing to do, that will help their business grow, that ain't going to make it rain for that person. No, they absolutely will, because if they don't have the right people on the bus, in the right seats on the bus, doing the jobs that need to be done to help the business be successful, then they're not going to win. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And that's where I'm so, I get so wired and I get so emblazoned and passionate about this topic. Because so much of what's taking place today, the companies that are winning are the companies that put employees at the center of decisions on how to grow, how to advance, and how to be successful. Because they recognize that the human capital in today's economy, the talent economy, is, do we have enough of the right people on our bus, and how do we keep them. If you don't do that, then boy howdy, it's going to be rough, tough, real stuff. You ain't going to be successful. It's just not going to happen. It just isn't going to happen. So when we come back, we're going to talk about what do we need to do and look at, and how do we need to address our team bench depth, because what you don't want to make sure you do, you don't want that final countdown till the doors close. You want your business to win. You want your business to succeed. We want to unleash your business here on the Unleashed Radio Hour.
The IRS doesn't mess around. If they want your money, they'll take it. They can take your paycheck and bank accounts too, even threaten your home or business. And it's about to get worse. The IRS just hired an army of new tax enforcers. So, if you owe back taxes, the smartest thing you can do is call Optima Tax Relief. Optima has access to a special IRS tax assistance program called the Fresh Start Initiative. And their clients that qualify are saving thousands, even tens of thousands. One call starts the process to stop the demand letters, stop aggressive collection actions, and stop that army of new enforcers from targeting you. But don't delay. It's important to act now while you still have options. Optima is A-rated with the Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $500 million of tax debt for their clients. Get your life back. Call now for your free consultation.
Call 800-711-5743. 800-711-5743. 800-711-5743. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Attention managers, business owners, and human resources professionals. Do you struggle with positively engaging and developing your team? Hi, this is Ron Klinger, host of the Unleashed Radio Hour. For over a decade, I have been coaching and helping leaders just like you. From management and leadership training to individual coaching and support, I can help you address the everyday challenges you face in your business or organization. If you're looking for a partner to your success, call the man who can help you with your plan. You can reach me online at motivationaltransitions.com or by phone at 832-746-9760.
This is Business 1110.
Yeah, we're rocking, we're rolling here today on the Unleashed Radio Hour. Welcome back. Another segment here. Your host, Ron Klinger. Hey, I didn't mention it earlier, but this show is a production of Motivational Transitions. You can always learn more by hopping on out, going to motivationaltransitions.com. And I didn't beg, I didn't grovel, I didn't plea earlier, but I'm going to do it now. Hey, if you like the show, if you're listening to the show, hop out on Facebook when you get the chance. Do a little search. Just hop on over, like the page, Unleashed Radio Hour. I'd greatly appreciate it. Now, look, we set it up here a little bit talking about how injuries recently, especially yesterday, it just two major marquee names, J.J. Watt and Odell Beckham Jr., went down. They're done for the season. So the question begets, wow, who replaces them? Now, in the NFL, it's the philosophy of most teams of next man up, who steps up. But, man, how do you fill those shoes? How do you fill those shoes? And I'm going to segue that in straight into business. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not aware, let me shine a light of awareness in your general direction. Are you familiar that LinkedIn is the number one source for talent in today's professional and business world? LinkedIn, yes, ladies and gentlemen, LinkedIn is the number one source for sourcing talent in the business world. Why? Because what winds up happening is that recruiters, headhunters, hop out on LinkedIn. They're like, okay, who's got their profile up to date? Who's got the talent? Man, there's so much information for recruiters and headhunters on LinkedIn that they can connect. It's amazing. They can find someone with a very specialized degree or a specialized certification or something, some process that they've done in the business world. And then they can build bridges of, okay, you did that. Now, who else did that? And what organization are you in? Why do I bring this up? No different than talking about Odell Beckham Jr., no different than talking about J.J. Watt, who fills their seats. What happens? You see, the way that recruitment world works is they're banking. They're banking on those cold calls of returning some residual ROI on picking up the telephone, making a telephone call, and hoping that you are having that day at work where you're like, man, this ain't cool. And you know when I usually make those telephone calls? It's today. It's Monday when people aren't happy. They're back to work. They got the Sunday night and Monday blues. I can't sing the blues, but that's exactly what it is. And those recruiters are hoping that they're going to call you and they're going to get you on the line on a day that says, yes, I'd be willing to listen to the opportunity you've presented before me. And it goes a little like this, like Mr. and Mrs. Special Recruit. We've got an amazing opportunity available for someone that's got whatever background is they're looking for. Do you know someone who might be interested in this position or someone that you can refer me to? It is an open door that says, no, I'm calling you. I want you because I can get compensated and rewarded for finding and sourcing talent for my client. So then you have a different type of uh-oh, or as I like to call in the business world, it's the oh crap moment. And what is that? That's when you as a manager or a business owner or a leader have an all-star performer in your team or in your business. And they walk in the door and say, hey, you got a minute? I need to sit down and talk. I'm like, okay, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Well, that's what I need to talk to you about. Well, what's going on? What can I do for you? Well, it's unfortunately, there's nothing because here's my 2-week notice, and I've accepted an opportunity to go work elsewhere, and I'm taking my talents to, heaven forbid, it be your competition. Why do I bring that up? Because then that's when you're saying, oh, crap, I just lost an all-star in my business on my team, and I didn't have any idea they were even looking. Now, tell me that's no different than me sitting in NRG Stadium last night, and all of a sudden, like, oh my gosh, there's a player down. Oh crap, it's J.J. Watt. I can't separate the two. Now, one is injury, but let me tell you something. If someone accepts that call, and they're like, well, let me entertain this offer. I think this is going to be good. Okay, wait a minute. Then something's injured in that employee-employer relationship where they're willing to accept that call to consider another employment opportunity over where they're at. So, yeah, they're both oh crap moments. And if you're going to succeed, you got to have those all-star team members working in your business because you can't always retrain. You can't always retool. It's not going to always happen. And if you have enough of those oh crap moments, then you better get out the pulse. You better get out the CPR because your business is going to be living on a prayer.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first-class tickets.
800-917-1386. 800-917-1386. 800-917-1386. That's 800-917-1386.
This is Business 1110.
All right, we're back. We're rocking and rolling out there. Streaming live on the internet. I just got to share streaming live out on Facebook. Ha! I had to chuckle. I had to laugh because I got somebody eating cookies. I'm just going to leave that out there because somebody else that's followed along, that makes sense to them too. That's the fun of being connected in this world. You're dialed in. My name is Ron Klinger, and this is the Unleashed Radio Hour. Listen, today we're talking about how deep is your bench. How deep is your bench? When you look across your organization, when you look across your team, and the quickest, easiest example on top of what I've already given about injuries and or that all-star team performer in your team that comes in and gives you notice that says, hey, by the way, see ya. They chuck up the deuces. They're walking out the door. They're going on to something better and brighter. And you're like, whoa, where did that come from? My humble opinion is if you're a business owner, a leader, or a manager, that should never happen. You should never, ever, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, that should never, ever happen if you are truly doing what you need to do to lead, guide, grow, develop, and support your team as a manager and a business owner and leader. It should not come as a surprise. You should be having conversations over and over again. So I'm going to get into the proactive area here for right now, but I still feel a little bit of the need to put the ball on the tee and take a swing at it, because a lot of people are like, well, we'll just find somebody else. We'll just find somebody else. Okay. Are the New York Giants going to find another Odell Beckham Jr.? I don't think so. Let's see here. How long have we in this city of Houston been really hoping for a great, stellar quarterback? Now we got one. And I do say, yes, we do have one, because he is playing lights out. But let me tell you something. You want to take the collective wind out of the sails in this city around football and our Houston Texans? Heaven forbid. We have to play another quarterback for whatever reason that might be. I don't think that's going to look pretty. Just ask the Indianapolis Colts or, heaven forbid, coming into town, the Cleveland Browns this Sunday. I bring that up because when we went through that last segment, I talked about the oh crap moment. And you can change that word if you want. But what I talked about is where if you're losing the most talented people in your organization, how are you going to be successful? How are you going to achieve? Because, well, look, you listened earlier. How are you going to achieve success? You first have to define it. So hashtag winning. What does winning look like in your organization? And then you need to make sure you have the right people on the bus and the right seats on the bus to achieve that goal. And if you don't have that, it's going to be that much you're going to be rowing your boat, and you ain't going nowhere. And that's what I want to talk about real quick on this short segment. I want to talk about specific proactive strategies in the next segment, because I got more time to get in a deeper dive, is this. If you're out there, and I've got to know, get in the conversation, 713-785-1817, 713-785-1817. Look, I want to hear from you. Why do I want to hear from you? Because I'd love to get in this conversation. If you're streaming live with me on Facebook, put it out there too. But I've seen this happen time and time again. You've got organizations, they're trying to grow. They want to develop. They want to advance. They want to add more profit for whatever growth. They want to open up a new area, a new office, a new whatever the case might be. But it takes their people on the bus to get them there. And then someone says, you know what, I'm going away. And then it's like someone's going to step away. And then next thing you know, we run into a real issue because, wait a minute, now someone leaves. They go out the door. And now we got to bring somebody in. And now we got to retrain and rehire. And then that person goes out the door in a month, 18 months. You stagnate. You've got to do what you must to really work with having a human capital plan, a talent management plan in your organization in order to succeed and to win in today's talent economy. So what we're going to do when we come back is we're going to dial in. We're going to talk specifics about some very key steps that you can take today to help you unleash your team to make sure you have enough bench depth on your team to win and succeed in your business. We'll be right back. Hey, because it is going to take the eye of the tiger to fight that one through. Have some cookies and bananas out there for you. We'll be right back.
Are you struggling with addiction or alcohol problems? If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help, and your insurance may offer coverage.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares. Call 800-745-0363, 800-745-0363.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares. Call 800-745-0363, 800-745-0363.
This is Business 1110.
All right, we're back. We're rocking and rolling. If I say I got an amigo out there, Senor Christopher from KC, yeah, you bested us last night, homie, but I still got love for you here in H-Town. Hey, look, we're dialing in today, and we're talking about this topic that it begets the question, how deep is your team's bench? Right? We lost star players last night for the Houston Texans. Your business, your organization, you may lose your top salesperson. Uh-oh, that's going to be a problem. You may lose your top manager, your leader, your whatever it is that measures success in your organization. What happens when they they walk out the door? You got a problem. And what I mentioned earlier as I talked about it, I really believe that within the next 5 to 10 years, we are absolutely positive, and we see little bits of it, but we're going to see more of it. You're going to see that professional world, that professional sports world of free agency get applied to everyday careers. And it's going to come, and it's already showing up in those specialized professions, those areas of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. It's happening in the petrochem world because they can't get enough of those specialized folks to do what needs to be done to make the product that goes to the customer. And if you're constantly having a revolving door where you're always bringing someone in to hire them, where you're always bringing someone in and retraining or retooling, then as we like to say here, Houston, you have a problem. We got a problem on our defense, on the Texans. Who's going to fill the void? Why do I say that? You can't take two Pro Bowlers, two all-star players, J.J. Watt and Whitney Merciless, off the field and not fill a pinch. So my question to you is, wait a minute, time out. Do you know who your J.J. Watts or your Whitney Merciless is? Who are they in your business? Which is where I'm going to get to some specific steps here right now about what can you do to keep that team intact. First thing you have to do, you need to do an organizational assessment. I don't care how big or how small your business is. If you've got 10 people, if you've got 80, if you've got 500. This may fall often on the head of an HR manager or an HR leader or someone that does organizational development. If you're not that big and you don't have that and you're the business owner, well, then it falls on you. You have got to look at those that your team players, your team members that are on your roster, in your org chart, that you cannot afford to lose. You can't afford to lose them. And that's what I keep saying is this free agency perspective, right? And again, I keep bringing the sports analogies in, and I don't care what sport you pick, where it's a team sport, not the individual sports, but the team sports. And what happens if that team loses its best player? What if your team, your business, loses its best player? Then you're going to have an issue because those shoes are not easy to fill. It can be knowledge, it can be experience, and what matters most in business today, they may have all the relationships that truly matter that's keeping your business afloat. So what happens if they leave? Where does that leave your business? So the first thing I'm saying is you've got to, must, absolutely, and baby boomers, listen loud and clear. I know you came into the work world, and I know you were taught that title and time and tenure is a rights to access to information and privilege. But if you are a baby boomer leader manager, you need to get away from holding that information close to your vest and your chest, and you need to start having dialogue and conversations and have stay interviews, and you must, absolutely imperative, you must start having conversation with your top talent and let them know that that is what you believe of them and their role in your organization. And that's the piece that's not happening, and it just mind blown. And yes, I just did that on camera. I just did that here in studio. Mind blown. Why are we not, as business owners and leaders and managers, telling people that are the most valuable assets in our organization that we want them to stay? Because if you don't, then they'll leave. It's just that simple. Everyone is going to be wired to do what is in their best interest. It is in your best interest, Mr. or Mrs. Business Owner, small business owner, leader, HR professional. You got to get real, and you've got to get to the point to where if you've got people on your team that are key and pivotal to the success of your business, you owe it to your business to be having those conversations. But if you don't ever look down your org chart, if you don't ever look at your roster, and you don't, and it's going to sound awkward because you are going to have to do some type of ranking of your talent. Who's your top talent? Who's like, well, hey, these guys are great, but man, we need these folks. And if these people leave, oh, my Lanta. Because that's what you're going to be drinking every morning for breakfast, my Lanta. Because your stomach's going to be in knots, right? And you're going to have to run out the door because you're going to have to go try to find the next top talent to take over. And your business isn't going to be successful. Your team is not going to be successful. So that's tip number one. Do the organizational assessment. Sit down, whether it's a leadership team or you task someone with that's their responsibility, and you give them the blessing to say, who are the people, not in your neighborhood, but who are the people on our team that we absolutely must do what we can to keep? Because if they go or we allow them to go, and it is literally that is the case. If someone loves what they do and they love working with you, then why would they want to go anywhere else? It's that plain and simple. It just really is, right? Because people are going to try to take them away. People are going to try to attract them. And again, I go back to that free agency. The other thing that I want to be able to talk about here is not only do that organizational assessment and having those talent and team and valued team member conversations about what it's going to take to get them to stay. You also need to make sure that you're doing the gap analysis of where are we now and where do we want to be and how do we get there. And that's strategy. And that flies in the face of the day-to-day operations of your business, which is where you need someone to have the pulse of that all the time. Well, why do I bring that up? Because guess what? You may have some diamonds in the rough. But if you never assess where your talent is, if you never do a gap analysis, says here's where we are and here's where we go and where we want to win and how are we going to get there? What are the steps that we're going to take? You may identify that, guess what? It's going to be about promoting someone that you already have internally in your organization. That is known in the business that I do as organic growth, growth from within. It's easier to promote and grow and develop someone from within because they already understand the company values and the culture that's present versus hiring someone from the outside and bringing them in. Just ask Kmart. Yeah, that department store that used to exist. Why do I know this? Because I grew up as a kid, a dad that managed for Kmart. And then when Walmart decided to go and take over the world, what did they do? They hired CEOs and other executives, high-level executives, mid-level executives in Walmart to come run Kmart. And it literally blew up in their face. Why? Because it was a clash of cultures. It was a clash of leadership philosophies. The Kmart way and the Walmart way did not play together. And what happened? Crash and burn on that transition of leadership. Do you want that to happen in your business? I mean, I'm thinking about the mom and the pop businesses that are out there that have been in business 20, 30, 40, 50 years or longer if it's been the family business that's been handed down generation after generation. Where's that legacy going to stay intact? Where is that legacy of just, hey, this is a community-based business that we love in our community? I mean, how many of us have ever had our favorite restaurant, our local restaurant, not a chain, or our favorite store go out of business? Right? I'm down in the Seabrook area right now, and with this whole Highway 146 expansion that's coming through, there are businesses that are having to move, and there are businesses that are just like, you know what, we're just going to close the doors. It's been a great run. And I'm thinking, man, the brother likes to eat. There ain't no more places to go to eat close by. Not to mention, now that is a tax roll in that community of dollars and cents that aren't coming in to help operate and provide basic, water, sanitation, and roadways. We're going to all feel that punch and that pinch if our small businesses are not successful. I'm just calling it as it's going to be, and I'm not glooming and dooming, but this is the point that I'm trying to get across. Most businesses and business owners don't go out there with the intention of, okay, I'm going to go run this business, and I'm going to work in the business day in and day out, and I'm going to develop team members, and I'm going to develop talent, and I'm going to make sure that No. Most people go into business to do whatever it is that the business does, and then realize, I got to actually run the business, and I got to work in the business. Oh, yeah. And what I'm trying to do is to be that support, to be that encouragement that says, put an eye and a focus on getting the right people on your team. People that enjoy working together. People that you enjoy having coming into work. And if you don't, you run the risk of them going someplace else. You've got to take care of your people. And that is too legit to quit. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So, again, I talked about it. Do an organizational assessment. Where is your talent, right? Who are the folks on your team, on your roster that you can't afford to lose, right? Let me switch sports. Basketball. Let's go up. I know some people are like, what are you talking about? Let's just stay in Houston. Take James Harden out of Houston. Where does he go? Now what do people think about the prospects of the team winning? Take LeBron James out of the Cleveland Cavaliers. He decides to take his talent somewhere next year when his contract is up. He can go wherever he wants. Oh, wait a minute. How's that any different than your top mid-level executive? How's that any different than your top sales team member? How's that any different than your top customer relations manager? It really doesn't matter, in my humble opinion. Those are key individuals, all-stars, if you will, that have to stay positively engaged, enjoying the work that they're doing. But you've got to do the planning to make sure that that's the case. And in the event that you've got to go out and get somebody else, you better be a darn good recruiter and attractor of talent. Otherwise, you're going to be left out. You're going to be left out. No one will come work for you. And in the days of social media, I kid you not, in the last week, I've seen 2 examples of how social media is wonderful in the event of how an employee feels about their experience. And I saw this morning how another one, it just ain't nothing like that. Case in point, last week, I saw a post from someone that I'm connected to. They were so excited to go to a meeting that their statement said, I can't wait to get to this meeting. I love my life. I love my employer. And I love my coworkers. And that's out on social media. How many of you can say that about your job? How many of you can say that about where you go in your place of employment? And then consider the other alternative of what I saw today from a post on Facebook, which was, I'm not even at work 30 seconds, and I'm already getting treated like trash. Hey, hello? McFly, is there anybody in there? And we wonder why businesses fail? It's because people leading them don't know how to lead it, and they don't know how to take care of their people. Hey, we're going to run to a break. We'll come back with our Be Positive segment of the show. We're going to lift you up. We're going to praise you up. Can I get an amen? Amen. We'll be right back.
The following update is for drivers who pay too much for car insurance due to DUIs, DWIs, tickets, or anything else. By now, you know all too well that SR22 auto insurance is way more than you'd ever want to pay. You probably thought you didn't have a choice, but you were wrong. Our company specializes in low-cost, very affordable SR22 auto insurance for high-risk drivers. We know that mistakes happen, so take pride in being able to offer absolutely free quotes for this very affordable auto insurance meant specifically for you, the overpaying high-risk driver. We're standing by at 800-749-2984. The only thing you need to do is stop waiting around while your monthly payments stay as high as they are. Our knowledgeable representatives are ready for your call at 800-749-2984. The quote is free, and we'll even handle the filings so you could start saving money every month even sooner. Call 800-749-2984. That's 800-749-2984. Once more, 800-749-2984.
Attention managers, business owners, and human resources professionals. Do you struggle with positively engaging and developing your team? Hi, this is Ron Klinger, host of the Unleashed Radio Hour. For over a decade, I have been coaching and helping leaders just like you. From management and leadership training to individual coaching and support, I can help you address the everyday challenges you face in your business or organization. If you're looking for a partner to your success, call the man who can help you with your plan. You can reach me online at motivationaltransitions.com or by phone at 832-746-9760.
This is Business 1110.
Yeah, and a little homage out there to one J.J. Watt, to one Whitney Merciless, Suffered some injuries last night in our big Sunday night football game. Yeah, our team didn't come out on the right side of that equation as far as the win-loss column. But we lost more than just a game. We lost 2 of our all-star performers. 2 of our teammates, 2 of our amigos, 2 of our brothers fell off that field. What I'm talking about today in that Be Positive segment of today that I'm really trying to get to is just this. Same thing can happen in your business. Maybe not because of injury, but because someone decides, I don't want to work here no more. This ain't the place for me. Because the reality is every single one of us wakes up every single day and we make a choice as to where do our feet hit the ground, we walk off to, and we go to work. And what people don't comprehend, that is a choice. It is for every single one of us. We choose to get dressed, get up, walk, go, do what we do. And every now and again, someone's going to come along the way and go, hey, we got another opportunity. Would you be interested in learning about this phenomenal job opportunity we'd love to tell you about? I already shared it. Talent acquisition. I already shared it. So much of what's going on is that LinkedIn gets used and people are taken out of organization. And here's my key. Here's what I want to tell you. And this is the Be Positive segment of the day. I'm going to put this out at Unleashed Radio Hour on Facebook. So, yes, you've got to go there to get it. And it's probably already out there because I've used it before, but it's so apropos. Treat employees like they make a difference, and they will. I will repeat. Treat employees like they make a difference, and they will. And that difference that they can make is in your business, with your customers, who you're called upon to serve. And if you don't do a job of keeping the right people on your bus for the right reasons to help grow and advance your team, your organization, I tell you, it's going to get tough, right? It's going to get tough. Simon Sinek does another one. When people are financially invested, they want to return. When people are emotionally invested, they want to contribute, right? We all have to have hope that the work that we're doing is making a difference. It's making a difference. That's why I come to work. I want to win. Oh, wait a minute. That goes all the way back to where I started the show. Can you define what winning is in your business? People want to know, are they a part of that? And yeah, I'm getting all fired up. I'm getting all excited. I'm getting all on this. Why? Because it matters. I want your business to be successful. I want you to be successful. And yes, Motley Crue, you done kickstart my heart. We'll be right back after these messages.
Writing a Christian book, you're doing an amazing thing, getting it all down on paper. But once you've got the manuscript, then what? Well, you can spend a year or more trying to find a publisher, or you can cut right to the chase. Make your book real with Xulon Press. Finding a publisher is time-consuming and uncertain. With Xulon Press, things are quick and definite. They specialize in one thing, helping Christian authors put their books in print. Xulon Press will publish your book. Xulon Press gets it into bookstores. Your book is on Amazon. Work with Xulon Press and there's no question, you are a published author. If you're writing a Christian book, get your free publishing guide from Xulon Press. Just log on to ChristianPublishing.com. That's ChristianPublishing.com. Xulon Press. Book publishing by Christians for Christians. Get your free publishing guide at ChristianPublishing.com. Xulon Press is a division of Salem Communications, the same people who bring you this nifty radio station.
This is Business 1110.
All right. Hang on. I'm going to blow the whistle on myself. I got a little fired up a little while ago. I got a little fired up because I have seen with my own 2 eyes, and actually 4 if you're watching on camera because I got my glasses on today, right? I've seen with my own eyes the impact that positive, effective managers, leaders, and business owners can have on their team members. I've witnessed it in sports. I've witnessed it in youth sports. I've witnessed it in any type of organization that you can imagine. I've seen both sides of the equation. And I'm here to preach and I'm here to teach. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
That the key to your success, if you're going to run your business, is tied directly to your people, to those that you have on your team, to those that you build up, to those that you lift up, and that you create an environment and a culture that people want to come to work. And it sounds crazy, like, but this is work, man. Hey, they come in, they get paid. That's their job. Okay, keep thinking that way, because guess what? The next generation of folks coming into the workforce, they don't think that way. The millennials, they're changing things. Work has changed. We are in a knowledge and service-driven economy. And I'm here to tell you who delivers the knowledge and who delivers the service. It is your people. It is your team members. And if you don't have enough of the right people and you've got gaps, you've got to fill them, or you run the risk of your business being negatively impacted. You want more information on this? Holla at me. Get out there. Go out to motivationaltransitions.com. Be happy to help you look at ways. Look, one thing I'm getting ready to fire up and do, I'm going to offer to small businesses and employers, I'm going to review your employment opportunities websites, because some of them are great and some of them not so good. And let me tell you, what's the number one source that prospective employees go to look at? They look at your social media presence, and they're looking at your websites. You want a hint? You want to attract talent? Go look at how colleges and universities have taken that recruitment level to bring students into their college or university and repeat it. Yeah, I know it's not easy. I know it's easier said than done. But guess what? You want to win? You want your team to win? You better have a deep, deep bench with the right people on your bus, on the right seat on the bus, doing the jobs that's going to help you achieve success where you can unleash your business. As always, it's been an honor. It's been a privilege, and it has been a pleasure to be on the airwaves with you. We're going to roll out with some On Wisconsin for the hopes that JJ gets a speedy recovery. Thank you for being dialed in, ladies and gentlemen. Until next week, see ya!